Now, y'all already know what time it is now. It is time for the mess, so let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess, and we're here to talk about four different things today. Four different things coming off the heels of my B2K and Omarion video. We're here to talk about four things today, okay? And this should conclude the lunchtime gossip for Sunday, and the only other video you should be looking forward to is the Real Housewives of Atlanta video. I don't know if I'm watching the BET Awards or not. I'm not sure about it. My friends want me to come over and watch the BET Awards with them. I'm not really looking forward to no damn BET Awards. I don't really know who performing. But we'll see. I won't know anything until tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Well, as I film this, whatever. I won't know until later on if I'm going to watch the BET Awards or not. If I watch the BET Awards, I'll give y'all a recap and my opinion on it. But other than that, if not, you'll only have to feel, worry about the Real Housewives of Atlanta review coming out. But anyways, before we get into Yes for the Mess, I'm just letting you guys know that the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be on Giving You the Real Tea's channel. Okay, he will be hosting it this week. It'll be Terrence, Sakina, Really B, Ya, and myself. Josiah won't be in attendance. He won't be back until next week, but Reggie will be sitting in his place until he comes back because Josiah is moving into his new apartment. He got some stuff going on, so that's why he's taking a leave of absence for the next week and a half. So it will be me, Ya, Really B, Reggie, Sakina, and Terrence while Josiah is off getting himself together. And it will be Tuesday night at 9:15 p.m. Eastern time. Also, Roasted Review will be returning. Okay. I'm not sure if Josiah will be on Roasted Review either. So it'll probably just be me and Terrence. And we'll be coming back to discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville, as we always do every Wednesday for Roasted Review. And that's pretty much it. So with that being said, you guys, let's get into today's mess. Yes, for the mess, we're going to be talking about Erica, Mena, and Safaree. We're going to be talking about Caesar. We're going to be talking about Azealia and Beyoncé, as well as our very first topic, which is Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. Okay, now you guys already know what's been going on with them for the last 2 years, maybe 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But we better go ahead and get into it. This article came into TMZ yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So basically, in so many words, the prosecutors want Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, to do some serious jail time. And they ain't talking about no home confinement because he failed to register as a sex offender in California. And then, according to some new documents, the federal prosecutors don't think that 6 months behind bars followed by supervised release is sufficient punishment for Kenneth Petty, who pled guilty to the offense, so to speak. They said any home confinement ordered as part of his supervised release would be spent in a huge Calabasas home where he and Nicki lives. But the feds point out it's a gated affluent community. It includes a pool, Nicki's music studio, their beautifully landscaped backyard, amenities not in line with their idea of crime and punishment. So the U.S. Attorney's Office, they feel like that lap of luxury is what led Petty down the wrong path in the first place. So in the documents, the prosecutor said that Petty kept up with his sex offender registry paperwork for nearly 20 years, up until he met Nicki Minaj back in 2019 and moved to California. As they described it, the defendant began dating his wife, quit his job, moved to LA, and adopted an affluent lifestyle. So Kenneth told the court that he didn't know the specific requirements to register upon leaving NY. The prosecutor said he was well aware of it, though. He was aware of the rules after getting annual warnings for 2 decades. So as TMZ already reported, Kenneth Petty had to register as a sex offender after a 1995 attempted RAPE conviction in New York. Okay, so they basically saying that he already knew what to do, but he started not doing what he was supposed to do once he got with Nicki. So then the federal prosecutors in California are recommending that he serve 15 months of prison time, 5 years of supervised release, and pay $55,000 in retribution. The judge will have the final say when sentencing goes down on July the 6th. TMZ had reached out to Petty's attorney for comment, but nobody reached back out. All I gotta say is this right here. If you already know what the business is, if you already know that you got to do that time, well, not really do that time, but if you already know that you got to register as an offender, then why don't you just do what you're supposed to do? Just because you're with Nicki Minaj, that does not mean that you are off the hook. It doesn't mean that you off the hook. If you already know what's really going on here, if you already know that this is what it is and this is what you're supposed to be doing, then it's just like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? Like, you already knew. Like, they've been putting you on warnings and stuff for the last 2 decades. You already know what's good. Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? And you think that you think that life is going to be, not really better, but you think people are going to let you not do what you're supposed to do just because you're with Nicki Minaj. That's not the way it works. You already know. You had to sign up as a sex offender back in 1995, and you got to keep doing it. And you thought you could just leave New York, move to California, and not have to do what you're supposed to do? No. And then on top of that, it's like you're supposed to do it and you just refuse to do it. And now you probably got to spend all the months in jail, months that you didn't even have to do if you would have just did what you're supposed to do. I don't understand that. Just like they said, he was doing what he was supposed to do up until he met her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know if Nicki told him, you better not go up there and sign that shit. You better not put yourself out there as a sex offender. I don't know what was said, but he sounded like a complete idiot. And he is a complete idiot to risk his freedom like that. Because you know what you were supposed to do. You know what you were supposed to do. And and you think that you cannot do what you're supposed to do just because you with Nicki? Nah. And I just want to know what Nicki's part is in this situation, because as his wife and the mother of his child, I would think that she will want to um make sure he's on point. Make sure he's doing what he's supposed to do. That's how I feel about the situation. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what you doing. I don't know what you talking about, but you really need to do what you're supposed to do. That's just real talk. Honestly. You need to do what you're supposed to do. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, period. It don't really matter. You just need to listen. And then I'm just waiting for the folks that love Nicki to sit up here and try to defend this shit. There's nothing to defend. If he was already sitting up here signing up as a sex offender for all this time, he should have continued to do it like he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't know. And that's really all I can say about that. That's all I can really say about that. I just think that's ridiculous and stupid for him not to do what he was supposed to do. And I know it just seems like I keep repeating myself, and I know it. I just I don't know. That's all I can say. I mean, it is what it is. So whatever. We're gonna move on to Caesar. Now, as you guys already know, he was fired from Black Ink Crew after the video of him abusing an animal was released, and now he decided to go to TMZ. He saw TMZ on location, and he told his side of the story. So I'm gonna play this for y'all, and then we're gonna talk about it. So my Bluetooth speaker already ready. So here we go. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I know the footage, yeah, everybody's seeing, it looks crazy. Even me looking at it look crazy, but it's a moment in time which I wish I could take back. I came home, my dogs was attacking each other. I don't mean like the regular just play fight. I mean like they was going for each other's necks, basically trying to kill each other. Right. I separate the dogs. Now, one of the dogs attacked me. What I did was open the garage door trying to de-escalate it, but I was nervous. I'm not going to tell you no lie. You didn't want the dog to hurt you. Exactly. I was nervous and I was scared. So at the end of the day, I was trying to back the dog down. I was honestly trying to scare him. And not one time was I trying to abuse this dog. All I was trying to do was get him back in his cage. And the way the video was set up is like, I'm not going to make no excuses for myself. I should have behaved better. But that's not me with being, I know it's not me with being cruel to animals or anything like that. I'm not that. I'm not that, yo. What I did was a mistake, and that was just it. Right. So that was your dog. That was my dog.
Right.
And at the end of the day, what people have to understand, that was a moment. My dogs are perfectly well. Honestly, I gave one to my friend Chris, and the other one is completely fine. Both of them are completely healthy and fine. It's not me.
So basically, he was trying to explain himself out of this situation. He says that the video looks bad. He says that the video isn't what we think it is, and that the dogs were basically attacking each other, and he was trying to break it up. Caesar, go somewhere and sit your ass. Go somewhere and sit your ass down. Okay? There's nothing that you can say that's gonna make somebody, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, please. It's really nothing that you can say that's gonna sit up here and make anybody feel any different. You know what I mean? And then he want to say it's a setup. The whole dog video was a setup. Now it was a setup. You know what I'm saying? And then he says he wishes he can take the incident back. And then he felt like he had to defend himself because he thought the dog was going to attack him. And then, Caesar says that the footage was from his home security camera and that someone has it out for him and got it leaked. But who, if it's your home security camera, who got a hold of it? That's what I'm saying. Who got a hold of it? That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't know. But Caesar, listen, that whole dog video did not make you look good in the least bit. And then, you want to sit up here and you want to tell everybody, well, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have did it that way. I was trying to break up the dogs. There's a way for you to break up the dog, Caesar, but you didn't have to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own, child. But that's really it. But in another sense, there's another person that came out and spoke about Caesar and the dogs. And the person that spoke out is Tati. She spoke out. So let's hear what she got to say, because she spoke out on a video and then she called out Caesar's ex-girlfriend. So let's play what she had to say. Let's listen to it. Hold on, y'all.
Listen, I could barely watch that video. And I could never in my life. I don't know. It don't make no fucking sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It makes no fucking sense to me. I feel like this is how I feel. I'm gonna say this one fucking time, okay? And this is what I think happened. Caesar went live, or Caesar did the question game, right? I'm gonna talk about it right now. So I'm gonna give you 10 fucking seconds to tune the fuck in. This is gonna be the only fucking time that I'm gonna really fucking talk about this. Ready? You ready? So Caesar went on Instagram and answered all these fucking questions, right? It's pretty evident that he's single now, right? He made that pretty fucking obvious in his story, okay? So now you got Suzette, who's his ex-girlfriend, right? Who obviously has spent a significant amount of time with this man, bought a house with him, they lived together, they went through the fucking most, right? So she's hurting, okay? So Caesar goes on his story and announces that he's single, okay? And now this girl, this woman, takes videos that she been had, right? Been had in her pocket and exploits Caesar, okay? So no matter what, it's disgusting. No matter how you look at it, I'm not justifying nobody's fucking actions or none of that, okay? No matter how you fucking look at it, it's a disgusting act It's wild. You know, look at my babies right now. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine my boys fighting and me beating the shit out of them to prove a point? I don't even know if that makes sense. So okay, let me not get distracted. So Shorty's mad, Shorty's heart is broken, and she leaks these videos, right? Now what gets me is that these videos are old, right? These videos happened a minute ago. So you knew that he did this and you stayed with him. So for me, that's the crazy part, is that you knew this happened. You knew, and you decided to stay with him, and now that your heart is broken, you leak the video? Like, that's crazy. So for me, personally, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't give a fuck. I respectfully, you know what I'm saying? That shit, I don't got nothing to do with that. But as like a person, a human being, you roll with him for all that shit, right? Talking about the allegations about, you know, beating Cheyenne or whatever. Which, not for nothing, I'm Dominican, so I can understand handing out an ass whooping. You, like, sometimes kids need to get an ass whooping, right? And what's crazy to me is how quick Caesar got dropped for beating a dog, but there was mad, you know, press conferences and all, you know, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. Domestic violence is a real thing. And in New York, it is not taken seriously. It is not taken seriously. Like, it's unfortunate that this whole fucking country is just set up to destroy us. As you know, if you ain't white and rich, you're gonna have a hard fucking life. If you ain't born into money, you're gonna have a hard life. You know, and Caesar, you know, worked his ass off to get to where he's at. And to lose it all over that, over a mad bitch, you know? So what's happening with Black Ink? Honestly, I don't know. You know, I've been on Black Ink for 5 years, and I can say that in 5 years, I have seen a lot of shit happen on that show. We have been through a lot. I got my ass beat. We all fought everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't work at the shop anymore. You are not gonna see me at the shop anymore. Honestly, I thought I got fired, so I'm not even sure what's really happening. So that's what I think. I think Suzette sold it or leaked it or whatever the fuck, because that's what I think. And listen, karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. Hate is one hell of a drug.
Okay, so that was Tati, and she pretty much said that the ex-girlfriend is the one that leaked the videos, and she been had the videos, and she been sticking by Caesar for many, many years, including when he beat on his daughter Cheyenne, and that wasn't enough for her to leave him. But now when it's dealing with this, she's putting out videos just for the hell of it. I do agree with her on certain parts. I do think that they both are trash. They're both are trash. They're trash. Both of them are. Because if you can sit there and watch this nigga put his hands on his daughter and you not say or do anything about it, but you want to wait until you find some videos of him beating up a dog and then you want to leak them, child, and then you want to stick beside him, girl. Okay. But that's not the only thing that's been out there. There was a live that Duchess's ex-girlfriend did. If you want to see that live, because I can't find it nowhere but on Jay Lee's channel. But if you want to go see that live, go to Jay Lee's Corner. She has it. But Duchess pretty much said that on that live, she had accusations that VH1 protected Caesar and blocked her from speaking about it. She said that he was abusing her and VH1 covered for him, which is not a surprise because, I mean, there was a situation with Lil Scrappy on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta where he allegedly put hands on Erica Pinkett and it was swept under the rug and they bleeped it out. I don't know if you remember that. I think she threw a drink in his face and then he snuffed her, he mushed her, he did something. I'm not really sure about it. Um, Not only that, um, she also said that they sent her a cease and desist after she exposed them on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if y'all remember that, but she was on the Breakfast Club one time. She did that interview after she left the show, and she had nothing but receipts. And for so many years, I did not like Duchess, but that interview made me like her. Okay, let's just be real. That made me like her. She also, at one point in time, Duchess said that, the producers would allow drug use, that they would allow all types of stuff to go on that show. So it basically was a vapid working environment, period. So it was a lot that went down when it came down to it. And Duchess did say that she was abused, and I do believe that. But my thing is, you can apologize on TMZ for beating up a dog, but you can't apologize about putting your hands on your own flesh and blood. That's disturbing to me. I don't like it. It's crazy to me. But who am I? So let's move on to the next story. This damn trail mix. This girl. So as we already know, Beyonce done came out with a new song called "You Won't Break My Soul." I ain't feeling it, but whatever. It's a song with a bunch of house music in it. You know what I mean? And Drake recently put out an album with nothing but house music. And we already know, if you are a fan of Azealia Banks, you do know that Azealia came out, rapping over house beats and stuff like that. 212 is one of my favorite songs by her. And this is what she had to say. I do got an article here from Double XL, but I also got her talking about it on her Insta story. So let's play that right quick because I had to screen record it so I wouldn't have to go looking for it when it's time for me to film. So let's play that, and then we're gonna talk more about it, and then we're gonna go to our last topic of the day. So here it is. Wait a minute.
Trying to write me out of my own narrative for like years at this point. Like, this is so fucking weird. So, early Azealia Banks records. Okay, so what are you trying to do? Are you trying to encapsulate my music in time and say, like, like it's vintage or something, as if I'm not, as if my last 3 releases have not whipped your ass? Like, are you kidding? As if I'm not showing like major versatility and all of that. Like, you want me to not be Yamaya so fucking badly. Like, you want it to be Solange. You want it to be like Chloe Bailey, like, Little Mermaid movie, and you don't include Azealia Banks. Like, oh my fucking God. You're a joke. And now, in addition, you're like trying to like just whatever, like, you're so sneaky. You're trying to erase my contributions to like house music, dance music, electronic music, and all of that, and like make it as if I'm. Beyonce has been trying to.
So basically, she's saying that Beyonce has been trying to write her off her own narrative, whatever the hell that means. Whatever the hell that means. So basically, she feels as though that she owns house music. It's like, I don't know what her issue is with Beyonce, but she keeps Beyonce's name in her mouth. You know what I mean? And I already knew that she was coming when Beyonce came out with the You Won't Break My Soul song. I already knew she was coming. I already knew she was going to accuse Beyonce of trying to steal her swag and every damn thing else. I already knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. But see, here's my issue with that. It's like, girl, you want to blame everybody but yourself for the way that your career has turned out to be. It is not everybody else's issue. It's your issue. It's not everybody's issue, baby girl. It's your own issue. You did that to yourself. You know what I mean? She doesn't see the error of her own goddamn ways. And that's my issue with Azealia. She doesn't see the error of her ways at all. And she really believes that it's everybody else's fault that she was in that space. And it's not everybody else's fault. It's definitely her motherfucking fault. Let's be honest about it. It's definitely her fault. You know what I mean? And she ain't got nobody else to blame but herself. She ain't got nobody to blame but herself for this issue. But yeah, she want to sit up here and point the finger at everybody damn else. Like, she don't realize that she had it all at first. That's what she don't realize. She had it all at first. Like, and what I mean by she had it all, she was able to, she was up next. That's my whole point. She was up next. She was definitely up next. And my thing is, she fucked it up with her attitude. Like, she fucked it up with her attitude. And see, that's the thing. People were waiting for her. Like, she was brand new. She was brand spanking new. I never forget it. It was 2011 when I first heard of Azealia Banks. 2011. She had this song called 212. I loved it. Okay. And I still do. I was in a 212. I didn't ask you, honey. And then I said, fuck you, guys. I'ma ruin you, cunt. I'ma ruin you, cunt. I used to like that song. Like, straight up. But she fucked it up for herself. You know what I mean? Like, that's what she did. She fucked it up for her damn self. And I just feel like she ain't got nobody else to blame but herself. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get it from. Like, I feel like Azealia ain't got nobody to blame but herself. She wants to blame everybody for her failures in the music industry. And she doesn't take a look at her own self and her own problems and the way that she acted and the way she taunted all of these big stars. Nobody wants to work with anybody like that. I don't know. Like I said, she had it all. Like, she had the industry waiting for her. The people was waiting on her ass. Cause I know I was looking forward to her. Like, it was nobody but Nicki out back then. You know, people was tired of Nicki and they wanted somebody new. So it was just like, you know, girl, come on. But she fucked it up with her own attitude. Like, that's what she did. She fucked it up. And that's just what it was. Like, she fucked it up for herself. And now she mad at the world about it. But you can't get mad at the world about that. You definitely can't get mad at the world. You can only be mad at yourself. Period. So, girl, if you don't go somewhere, if you don't go somewhere and sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere, like, go somewhere and sit down, baby girl. Go somewhere and sit down, because I just feel like you're making yourself look stupid. Like, ain't nobody. It's crazy to me how she sits up here and she tries to create this narrative that someone's trying to take something from her, and no one's trying to take anything from her because there's nothing to take. And if anybody took anything from her, she made it easy for them to take it from her. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So we're gonna move on to the last thing, and that's these idiots, Erica and Safaree. Let's talk about those idiots right about now. Okay, so Erica is mad at Safaree. He's moved on with his life. He's with another woman, and now she mad, as she always is. And now she wants to expose him. So she puts out all these text messages trying to call him gay. You know, he was basically saying she putting out all these text messages, intimate text message between them, talking about he asking her for a strap on and all this other stuff. And then she said, "So is this an old text to Safaree? The many reasons why I left his sick ass. Good luck. He's a sick in the head bastard. Enjoy it though. I'm sure you was strapping on to get the phone bill paid." You know what I mean? And then look at her using the T word. Okay. Then she put out another text message and she said, I could post, who is this? Yeah, I could post some more text messages, but I really don't want you to be any more secure than you already are. Safaree, you might want to show your whore what you really be on behind her back. So according to him, you was just last week's F. Poor thing, you and your botched body is hurt. So all of these messages basically him begging to take her back and all of this, begging her to take him back. Typical. Then the new girlfriend posted a picture of Erica saying, I'm a lot of women's wish pick. Please don't come from me about botch when you look like this. Then she said, Safaree, while we're here, tell DJ Seth what you were doing with his daughter at 15 a few years back. Then this is what the new girlfriend posted. These are old text messages about the last chick you were pressed about and blah, 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 blah. All you do is text his phone about me. Give it up. So, yeah, that's pretty much just this shit right here. I'm going to need Erica to grow the fuck up. Seriously. I'm going to need her to grow the fuck up. If you don't want Safaree no more, why the fuck is you mad because he moved on with his life and got a whole nother woman? Why don't you got another woman, not a man, but another woman yourself? Girl, grow the fuck up. I'm really over Erica and I'm really over Safaree because they always come to social media with bullshit and they really don't realize that we don't give a fuck about it. We don't care. Why is you so pressed about what woman he's with anyway? And then on top of that, if he has some homosexual ass tendencies, it doesn't really matter. You stayed with him. So who really gives a fuck about what his tendencies was? If he liked the strap on, you stayed with him regardless of the goddamn strap on. What you saying? What you doing? You know what I mean? Like, girl, bye. And then you want to call him out as a pedo, talking about, since we on this, what was you doing with DJ Self's daughter when she was 15? But you knew about it and you still married him and had kids by him. See, what you fail to realize is, see, when you see, I almost used that word. When you girls get mad at these men, y'all want to expose shit that y'all already knew about them on Mad Day. See, now because you mad with him that he done moved on and got another woman, now you want to expose the fact that he allegedly was messing with DJ Self's daughter while she was 15. But see, you knew about this shit though. If it really happened, you knew about it and you didn't say a goddamn word and you didn't give a damn. How we know you didn't give a damn? Because you still was with him. You were still married to him. You were still getting pregnant by him. So it really don't fucking matter at this point. What the fuck you putting on blast for now? You didn't give a fuck then. So why you give a fuck now? Let us know. You didn't give a fuck then. So what make you think what makes you think that we think that you don't give a fuck now? Fuck out of here, Erica. You do this when you get mad. But someone who don't want nothing to do with somebody, he stay on your mind. Him and his woman stay on your mind. Anytime he with another woman and y'all not together, you mad. Grow up. I'm sick of both of y'all. But what really kills me with Erica is she want to expose him for strap-ons. It didn't matter back when you was fucking him, did it? Okay, it didn't matter. You want to expose him for messing around with a 15-year-old. We don't even know if that shit's true, but if it is true, girl, you just as fucked up as he is because you knew about it and had kids with him. Girl, anyway. It's 12:38 in the morning and I got to be at work at 7 and I got to get up at 6. So let me get the fuck up off here and take my melatonin. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, that was the mess for the day. Because Erica and Safaree ain't finna get on my nerves. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And not to mention, If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my IG, and my TikTok will be down in the description box down below. With that being said, you guys, your boy's out of here. Until my next video, I'll holler at you guys later. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.